ডিয়ার অডিয়েন্স, ইংরেজি কি আমাদের জীবনের জন্য খুবই গুরুত্বপূর্ণ? ইংরেজি কি আমাদের শিখতে হবে? ইংরেজি না শিখলে হবে না? এর উত্তরে আমি আপনাকে বলবো, না, ইংরেজি না শিখলে হবে না। ইংরেজি আপনাকে অবশ্যই শিখতে হবে। Dear audience, this is Sakawat Hussain. Today I am going to talk about the importance of learning English, or why should we learn English. Dear audience, you know English is the international language or English is a global language, but Bangla is our mother language and English is our second language. So that's why if you want to communicate with any foreigners, we have to know English. So English is most important for many reasons, such as at first, if you want to communicate with others. Second, taking higher education. Third, getting good jobs. Fourth, traveling. Fifth, freelancing, and to access information from internet and what is the happening in the world. If you want to know, you have to watch BBC or CNN news. So for this reason you have to know English. So at first I am interested to discuss about the importance of English for communicating. Dear audience, you know, English is an international language and it is a lingua franca. That means it is a common language. If you want to communicate with foreigners or any internationally with any person, you have to know English. Such as if you want to do international trade like exporting or importing to any foreigners country, you have to know English because you have to deal with buyers and sellers for exporting and importing. That's why you have to know English. So for internationally communicating, English is mandatory. In case of a domestic level, if you know English, you can speak smartly with others. If you know English, it increases your prestige to your family members, to your friend circles, to your colleagues, to relatives, to neighbors. So English also create a differentiate to you from others. So internationally and nationally for communicating, English is most important for every person. The second reason is for taking higher education. Dear audience, you know, if you want to take higher education nationally or internationally, you must know English because you know our higher education, every materials based on English, like higher educational book, MBBS or university degree level books are written on English, and those teachers also give their lecture based on English. If you do not any lectures, you ask any questions to teacher through English. Not only this, but also if you seek for exam, on this exam script you have to write based on English. So if you want to take MBBS degree or universities any degree, you have to know English. Without knowing English, you cannot take higher degree, education from our country or abroad. There is another reason, if you want to go abroad for higher education, you must know English because without four skills of a English language like speaking skills, writing skills, reading skills, and listening skill, you cannot go abroad. So if you want to go abroad for higher study, you must know these skills. So totally higher educations depends or based on English. So you want to take higher education, you obviously know English. So another reason is English is most important for getting a good job. Dear audience, if you want to get a good job domestically or internationally, like multinational company or foreign company, you must know English, because when you face an interview domestically, some interviewer asks some questions based on English, and you have to answer these questions based on English. Without knowing English, you cannot answer these questions on the interview board. So getting good jobs, English is most important. When you get a good job, some companies or multinational companies, their every activity is based on English. Their technology based on English. So if you want to good performing on this organization for your job, you have to know English. Without knowing English, you cannot promote it for the next level. So for promoting yourself or for taking any promotion, you have to know English. So English is most important for getting a good jobs and continue this job. English is also mandatory. But another reason is that for freelancing. Freelancing is now the key earning source all over the world. If you want to be a freelancer, you have to know English, because as a freelancer you have to deal with the buyers and you have to communicate with them. So if you want to communicate with them, you have to know English language. Without knowing English language, you cannot communicate with them. So become a freelancer, you must know English. The another reason is traveling. You want to travel in various country to enjoy their natural scenery or other heritage scenery. So you have to know English to traveling various countries. The another reason is to access information. If you want to search something from internet, you have to write on English. So our technology like computer, smartphone or other device now are based on English. Without knowing this English, you cannot operate this device. So that's why you have to know English. And the another reason is that if you want to know what is happening in the world, you have to watch BBC or CNN channel, or if you want to watch some movie from or drama from Hollywood, you have to know English. Without knowing English, you cannot understand Hollywood movie, HBO, BBC News, CNN News. So if you want to enjoy the drama or Hollywood movie or BBC or CNN News, you have to know English. So English is most important for, or if you want to face the globalization challenge, you have to know English. So English is most important. So English is most important to communicate, for getting good jobs, for taking higher education, to access information, to freelancing, or to traveling in the country, to know the news of BBC or CNN. You have to know English, because all of the activities in the world based on English. So English is most important for every person. So dear learners, I I expect from you understand what is the importance of English from this video. So if you get some benefit from this video, please you can subscribe the channel and like, comment and share. So thank you. No more today. Goodbye. Take care. Allah Hafiz. Bye bye. Assalamu alaikum.